I just see if anyone pops in, talk about the best value synth on the market today, which I've got an opinion what it is, but I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. If anyone's got any interesting ideas, I mean, with all the companies and all the synthesizers coming out these days. I know one. In my opinion, the best value synth right now on the market is ASM Hydrosynth by far. I think if you could tell me a better one, if you could tell me a better synthesizer for the money with everything it has, I would what's up, Jumping Man? I think you would agree best value synth for the money right now is what? The Hydrosynth 49 key, I'd say. Pretty sure right now. Easily. I mean, if you want to talk about value for money, then it's hard to beat Behringer, but Behringer seems to... I can't convince anybody that there's not a quality problem. I don't have any quality problems with Behringer at all. I watched a video of some... I'm not going to mention no names before because everyone gets angry at me when I go... when I pull a Behringer bro and go at another synth person for what the nonsense they're getting on with on the internet, but... Behringer doesn't have any more quality issues than any other company, to be honest. Zero above or below in quality issues. Every company has quality issues, so I feel like Behringer gets a bad rap. I mean, they just put out decent quality synthesizers that sound great. That's what Behringer does, or Behringer, however you want to say it, right? That's what they do. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, VA wavetable, linear FM, the Hydrosynth 49 key, 8 voices. The effects in the Hydrosynth is the effects section is absolutely out of this world. It can do analog sounds, it can do wavetable, it can do FM, it can do pianos, it can do it all. It can do everything. And it's so deep that if you're into programming, this thing is like a programmer's dream. I think it's beyond deep when it comes to programming. Behringer puts out what people ask for, you know? Behringer puts out exactly what people want, to the point where I even checked it out the other day, and it looks like they're changing out the screen on the UBXAD because everybody asked them to change out the screen on the UBXAD from the UBXA, that orange screen they had, and they're changing it out to an OLED screen, OLED, however you say it. But you guys tell me in the comments, man, what do you guys think is the best value synthesizer going right now? It's got to be the Hydrosynth. ASM Hydrosynth has to be the best value for money synthesizer right now. And I'm not talking about the deluxe. I'm not talking about the desktop. I'm talking about the 49 key Hydrosynth is the best value for money. There's nothing you can't do with that one. Period. Yeah, I agree. The DeepMind is pretty good value for money. At what do you get a DeepMind 12 for? $600 probably. 600 and I mean used you can get it for 500. But the Hydrosynth Deluxe is made full metal. It's made of solid, I think it's made of solid steel, man. Like when I got mine, I got a Hydrosynth Deluxe, and it is about, what do you think, Jumping Man? How heavy do you think the Hydrosynth Deluxe is? Or the Hydrosynth in general? It's got to be, I don't know, man. It's very heavy synth. Like if you want to go gigging with it, it's pretty heavy. There's not one piece of, the only thing plastic on it, I think, is the screen. And the knobs are solid or rubberized on. They got rubber coating on the knobs. It's awesome. What's up, Love? Yeah, so that's my pick. Hydrosynth 49 key, 8 voice is best value for money. The desktop is great value because it still's got the pads with the aftertouch. Easy to play. The Hydrosynth interface, the user interface is genius. The team that thought up the user interface on the HydroSynth Deluxe are genius. Can you make me a mod? Landon sings and plays Minecraft. No, I have no mods. I don't use mods. Anything goes. You guys just police yourself. I don't do the mod thing. This is a free speech platform. Kind of music I like. The Midnight, Gunship, Time Cop 1983. That's what I like. And I like reggae. Basically, that's two things I like. Only things I like: reggae and synthwave, and synth music in general. Have I seen what? $5 kilos? Yeah, it's probably 5. It's got to be at least 10 pounds. I mean, the HydroSynth is more than 10 pounds. It's got to be. It's got to be 20 pounds. Might even be 50 pounds. I don't know. Have you guys seen the, what's the best value drum machine you think out at the moment? I like the one that just came out by Donner, the Donner D1 Experiential Drum Machine, I think it's called, or Essentials Drum Machine. TR8S. TR8S is $700, $800. It's expensive. But the Donner B1 sounds pretty good. All sample based drum machine. I think it's $299. Yeah, TR8S sound wise, it's pretty hard to beat the TR8S. Very hard to beat the TR8S, I think. I even like the TR6S too. I think that's a pretty good drum machine. Small, takes up a little bit of real estate. I got the Korg drum log, and I'm very annoyed with the Korg drum log. I'm thinking about getting rid of it. Actually, I'm not going to get rid of it, but I'm thinking about trying to get another one to use with it. Yeah, I mean, for a little setup, the Donner B1 bass machine, that kind of squelchy TR, what do you call it, TD3 style sound. Electron Mark II. Electron Mark II, yeah. Those are so expensive, man. It's like, I always talk about this, like the price and expensiveness of synthesizers is just crazy, man. Go ahead and hit the like button if you guys don't mind. It helps out the streams, you know. Yeah, the Electron machines I haven't tried. I would like to get into to trying the Electron machines, but I haven't tried any Electron machines. This is just a quick one this morning. I just had to grab a coffee, so I figured I'd just go live for a minute and see what you guys are up to. And I was just sitting in there, and I was just thinking about what's the best. If someone were to ask me what is the best value synthesizer right now, if they're for a beginner, the HydroSynth Explorer for $599, no brainer. No brainer. If you're a beginner, the HydroSynth Explorer for $599, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. If you're a beginner and you got some money, get the 49 key HydroSynth. If you got a little bit of extra money, get that beautiful chrome one I threw in the thumbnail. Donner D1 external effects, simple machine, perfect. The Donner D1 drum machine. I think I'm going to, dude. The Donner D1 has effects built into it as well. I think I watched a video on it yesterday. It's got built-in effects. It's pretty intense for a little drum machine. I gotta say, it's pretty impressive. Very impressive. Seems like it's easy to use. All sample based, so they're gonna sound great. So as far as drum machine goes, I mean, if you don't got a lot of money, $299. I mean, you can get the Donner or the Korg drum log for $299 right now. That's crazy. You know, anything for $299 synthesizer wise, that's a deal. You know, because everything else is like crazy, man. Like, I just wish I had some unlimited cash where I could try some of these like real high-end synthesizers just to really see if the hype is real, you know? You guys, what's the most high-end, and by high-end I mean price-wise, synthesizer you guys got in your arsenal? Mine is the HydroSynth Deluxe right now. Yeah, I know, unlimited cash, we choose marriage, that's right. Yeah, the Waldorf Iridium supposed to be pretty good, 1200. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know if the hype is real. We'll see. I'm thinking about getting the TE-05 soon, so we'll see if the hype is real on that or not. TE-05 is $1,500 new, so I don't know. Yeah, I think every synth I bought was used. I haven't bought one new. The only one I bought new was the Behringer Mono Poly, and I got that on sale for $499, which is a crazy deal. I'd say it's probably it's hard to say, but I'd say it's my favorite synthesizer next to the Hydrosynth Deluxe. But the Hydrosynth Deluxe is just crazy, right? It's like mind-blowingly crazy. Ooh, good question. I'd say I'd go with the grape for sure. Definitely go with the grape. I try to keep the back door closed at all times. What's up, Vic Korftrom? What's happening? You connect the monopoly to the Hydra. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the CV out of the Hydrosynth into the monopoly and triggering it that way. Is that what you mean? I did a pretty cool little jam yesterday with the Mini Freak and the Mini Log XD. It went good. I was surprised at how good they sang together. I just had the Mini Freak midied into the Mini Log and was just doing layers and bringing them in and out. It was real cool. Worked out very good. Surprisingly good, actually. So yeah, let's go through it. I got this. So the best synthesizer for value at the moment is the Hydrosynth 49 key. The best drum machine for value, I mean, it's hard right now for $299. I don't think you can get a better drum machine than the Drum Log, just because it's $299 and it's pretty deep. It's got lots of very good sounds in it. It's not the best, but for $299, can you really beat it? A $299 Korg Drum Log with all that beef to it, and it's got a synth engine that you can MIDI control with a MIDI keyboard. You can control the synth engine in the Drum Log too. All right, so maybe that's what I'll do. So right now my picks would be the Hydrosynth 49 key for the synth, best value, or the Explorer, just the Hydrosynth series. Best drum machine for value right now, you can't really beat the $299 Drum Log, which I'm guessing they're going to come out with a Mark II soon, because when they drop the price, I think they're coming out with the Pro Log Mark II and the Drum Log Mark II and maybe the Log Series Mark II. I'm not sure, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Best module for money right now is the Pro 800 by Behringer. I don't think you can get a better value analog synthesizer, 8-voice, polyphonic aftertouch enabled module, low real estate for $399. You can't beat it. Pro 800. I'd say it's probably, I would go as far as to say last year it's synthesizer of the year for 2023, or did it come out this year? No, last year. It must have come out last year. Yeah. Best module, Pro 800. Best synthesizer in general for value is the Hydrosynth series. Best drum machine, money for value right now, is the Korg Drum Log, $299. What else we got? The best effects pedal for value, Microcosm. Hologram Microcosm is the best guitar pedal to add to your synthesizers to get the most out of it, is because a lot of people don't know this, the Hologram Microcosm guitar pedal actually has a feature where you can turn on the looper and turn off some of the settings, and then you can just use the reverb and the modulation. So basically you got a modulation pedal and a reverb pedal. Best mono synth right now? Best mono synth right now for value? Gotta be the it's gotta be the Behringer Mono Poly. But can you call that a mono synth because it's actually a 4-voice paraphonic? Yeah. can you call the Behringer Monopoly a mono synth? It's got mono in the name. Yeah, Behringer Monopoly, $499, $500. It's insane. Yeah. So just recap again. Hydrosynth series, best synth value for money. Best mono synth is the Behringer Monopoly. Best drum machine for value right now, $299, is the Korg Drumlog. The best module analog synthesizer for money right now, poly analog for money right now, the best one is the Behringer Pro 800 for $399. 8 voices, polyphonic aftertouch. It's insane. I did a demo and I had it, and I returned it because I didn't like the interface, you know. People got mad at me because they were like, oh, you didn't know what you were getting when you bought the sequential clone, that Behringer clone. And I was like, I knew what I was getting, but I just didn't like it. But the sound was crazy. I might buy it again because I saw the Daniel Fisher Sweetwater video where he had 2 Pro 800s, and he had one panned all the way to the right, one panned all the way to the left. So we had 8 voices on the left, 8 voices on the right, full pan, and in basically stereo for 16 voices. It was crazy. Check it out on Sweetwater, Daniel Fisher. Dual Pro 800 stereo panned. It's crazy. And then they actually got that bundle on Sweetwater. You can buy the bundle for, what is it, I think $650. I think you can get the bundle for. That's what I'd say. Yeah. What other categories we got the best of? Oh yeah, and best effects pedal for your synthesizers is the hologram microcosm. Easily. Best bass synth for money? I think the best bass synthesizer for money, I hate to say it again, is the Behringer Model D. If you're looking for just a real fat, gritty bass synth, Behringer Model D. So that's 2 Behringer got. The Pro 8, 3, for me, 3. Monopoly, Pro 800, and the Model D. If you got those 3 synthesizers, you're well on your way to a pretty insane analog, because they're all analog too, right? Listen, if you got a Hydrosynth, a Monopoly, a Behringer Pro 800, and a Behringer Model D with a Korg Drumlog, that's a crazy, crazy synthesizer setup. And let's just price it out. So, Hydrosynth, $1,000. Monopoly, 400 used. That's $1,400. Drumlog new, 300. That's $1,700. Model D, 200 used. That's $1,900. And Pro 800, 400. So we're looking at, for $2,300, you got an insane analog battle station with a fully digital, super deep Hydrosynth. And then you can have a crazy Dallas setup. To me, if I was going to recommend, if you had $2,300 and someone was like, I want to have a setup where I can live jam, I got all the instruments I need, I would tell you to get a Hydrosynth, a Monopoly, a Pro 800, a Model D, and a Korg Drumlog. And if you got some extra cash, get a hologram microcosm. Yeah, that setup alone will give you all the sounds you need. And it's $2,300. So you could go out and get a Rev 2, right, for $2,300, or you could go get any of those. So think about what you can get. My least favorite bass synth is the TD3. Yeah, the TD3, the modded one's cool, but I don't really like the sound of the TD3, to be honest. I don't like the squelchy UK nightclub style sounds, you know, the techno-y. I don't like that kind of sound. It's cool, I like listening to it, but I don't like making it. Hayes Anderson loves it, and he's good at it. All right, I got 5 minutes and I gotta get out of here. Yeah, the programming on the RD6 and the TD3 it's not enjoyable to program at all. I've been messing around with the RD6, the Behringer RD6. It's not enjoyable to program. It's easy to do something, but then it's just annoying to be switching in and out. It's not fun to play on the fly. Minotaur for bass. Yeah, it's not cheap though. So I guess, yeah, so the title of this is best value for money. So we're not just talking like what's the best you can get for each section. I'm just saying the best setup, if you were going to go out right now with $2,300, the best setup is a Hydrosynth 49 key, because now you got your keyboard with polyphonic aftertouch, a Model D by Behringer, a Pro 800, so that gives you an 8-voice super analog powerhouse. You got the Behringer Model D, which is an insane bass synthesizer. Then you've got the Korg drum log for $299, gives you all the drum sounds you need. It's not super easy or hard to program, it's just a little bit annoying. Then you've got your mono poly on the side for all these wild, crazy, insane mono sounds. And I'll tell you, man, that would be a wild, wild setup. So wild that I pretty much have that setup, except for I don't have the Pro 800, which I'm going to buy again, I think. $399. I don't know why anybody wouldn't buy a Behringer Pro 800 for $399. It seems like a no-brainer. I can't believe I sent mine back. It's so stupid. I sent it back because I didn't like those little membrane buttons, and it's dumb. But I'm probably, instead of going to get the Pro 800 now, I'm going to get the UBXA desktop is what I'll get. Right now, actually, let me modify this. 16 voice, bitimbral, polyphonic aftertouch enabled with 8 voices of atrophy. The UBXA desktop is for $799, probably $750, is a no-brainer. I think pretty much everybody who's in the synthesizer should probably buy that one. And like I told you, I was talking to someone the other day from Behringer, and they couldn't 100% say it, but they said that they're changing out the orange screen for the OLED screen on the UBXAD. So we're not going to have that orange crappy screen anymore. We're going to have a new screen on the UBXAD, that black OLED screen, black with the white letters, which will be easier to see from the side. It's better. That orange screen sucks, but they cloned it just like the original UBXA. So that's one thing Behringer got to stop doing. I say it every time. They got to stop directly cloning stuff. That's why their new STX, the Elka Synths clone from the Italian synthesizer, that doesn't look exactly the same, and I'm hoping they add a few things. And to be honest, I don't even think they should have connected to Elka. They should have just said, we're using Italian engineers to recreate the Elka Synths, but this is our own Synths, the STX. This is a Behringer STX. It's our own thing, and it's cool. All right, I got to go. Got to get to work. Talk to you later.